Welcome back to Whiskey Ginger, a wave series presented by Fanduel. Hey, Whiskey Ginger fans, June 28th, I'm coming down to San Diego. I'll be down there in SD, bro. I'm down at the Sound in Del Mar, dude. So pack up your boards, dude, and grab yourself some Modelos and come out and see me, dude. I'll be at the Sound. I'm going to be at the Sound in Del Mar, by the Del Mar Fairgrounds, I believe it is. There's an early show and a late show, June 28th. Come out and see me. Then I'm at the Ameristar Casino in St. Charles, Missouri. Pretty much St. Louis, right there. Come on out, Midwest, and come see me. That's July 24th. AndrewSantino.com for those tickets. AndrewSantino.com.
In here, we pour whisk, 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 whisk.
You were that creature in the ginger beard.
Sturdy and ginger.
Like vampires, the ginger gene is a curse.
Gingers are beautiful.
You owe me $5 for the whiskey and $75 for the horse.
Gingers? Oh, hell no.
This whiskey is excellent.
Ginger. I like gingers.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Whiskey Ginger. My guest is one of my favorite people on earth. I say that from. I guess what I mean once again today. It's Zach Zucker.
Thank you, everyone in the congregation.
God bless you.
And Gesundheit.
Did you go to church as a kid?
I'm Jewish.
Yes. Temple? Temple
I
boy?
did. I was kicked out of 3 temples.
Yay, yay.
Yeah.
That's so crazy to get kicked out of temple.
It was rough.
Because Jews are pretty liberal when it comes to letting you get away with being a goofball.
Oh yeah. Well, look, they love to be a goofball until it's something that you're not allowed to goof around about.
What did you goof about?
You know, I was 5, 8, and 12 when I got kicked out. And as a kid who obviously has like severe attention
deficit
disorder.
Couldn't even finish it.
I heard that one before. So that was the rabbi. I know, but I obviously didn't want to be in Hebrew school. I didn't want to be in any school.
Miserable.
I wanted to be running around in the dirt and skateboarding and playing sports and playing with my friends. So, and then I also, like every Jewish kid from the burbs, I want to be a rapper, a dancer, and a basketball player.
Sure.
So I was listening
in that order.
Of course, please. I said it in that order for that reason. Yeah. And I still believe, like, I don't know if you have this with anything, but I still believe I could be if I needed to get into the NBA, I could.
How old are you?
16.
Nice. No, it goes away. I'm in my 40s. It's over.
Well, look, I'm 33 this month.
Oh, dude, when you hit 40, your brain goes, I guess that's it. I mean, it was never going to happen.
But it could have.
But it could have.
Like, to me, I'm like, you're telling me that if for the next 2 years I trained every day on LeBron's budget, I can't play like 3 minutes of meaningful basketball in the NBA? There's no way.
There's no way. There is no way.
But
I do like the thought.
Yeah.
The thought is good until you hit 40. Then you're 40. Then it's over. So you wanted to be a rapper, a dancer, and a basketball player.
Oh yeah, and I still do.
But comedy has taken over.
Unfortunately, I feel like I do notice that a lot though. A lot of rappers, or
rappers, dancers, basketball players want to be us.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and
they
I'm
do
like,
want to be us.
And I'm like, I can't tell you enough how bad you don't want this life.
No, it's way easier to
terrible.
do what you guys are doing.
Oh,
for your lifestyle and also for your mental health. That's really what it is.
Oh, your thing you do for a job every day is you like work out and you get good endorphins and eat healthy and take care of yourself. And mine is like, how late can I stay up absolutely trashing myself all the time? What would be a funny way to hurt myself today? Oh, and I don't have the rest and recovery and I don't stretch and my body hurts all the time. So
not a good exchange.
No, not so much.
So wait, how did you get kicked out? 5, 8, and 12?
5, it was because I went up to the Bima where the Torahs were in that little secret spot. And I was, at the time, I had the headphones that like went around like this.
Sick.
Yeah, it was awesome. I was killing it. And I had them like this, and I eventually had them when they were kind of the solos. And I was Get Rich or Die Trying was out, and like also the G Unit album Beg for Mercy was out. I just was like having fun in there because they would always tell me I couldn't listen to the music. It wasn't a good Hebrew music. And then so I like put it through my speakers through the Bima in the middle of a synagogue, and it was like, I don't know what you heard about me, and if you can't get it. And I was like, obviously vibing, dancing, shooting hoops, all at the same time. And they didn't like that, and that was like our teacher's name was Kitty, and I would always like meow at her and be like, sorry, I don't speak cat, and like getting owned by a 5-year-old. Like
huge.
Yeah, it was awesome.
That really hurt her ego.
It really did. I kind of was shitty then the next one too. She was somebody who moved. I don't know how to say this. I didn't. She came from Israel. I was trying not to evoke Israel or anything of it at all. But I am actually starting on a game show over there called Netanyahu's Line Is It Anyway? I'm very excited. I'm very excited to play. I'm very excited to play. And she was like, she would always get mad at me because I was late or I'd come in my baseball uniform. And she said something to me once like, oh my God, dude, I'm going to shoot myself in the foot here. She said something like, if you ever want to like be a man, like you need to learn how to like take, be on time. And I was like, well, if you ever want to make it in America, you need to shave your mustache. When I was like 8 years old, dude. I didn't know. I was watching South Park a lot.
That killed.
Crushed. She left.
Yeah.
She left and she like never came back.
Yeah. She went back to Israel.
I think so.
Yeah.
Do you want to also hear the most fucked up part about this whole thing?
That's not the fucked up
No.
part.
Okay. So this was and it's ultimately like a real horrific series of coincidences that unfortunately perpetuates like anti-Semitic tropes, which again I'm very sensitive to. But I do control the weather. Be careful.
And thank you for this, by the way. Lately, it's been really nice.
Beautiful lighting
Yeah.
in here. I got a nice
Thank you.
mist in here.
Yes.
Yeah. There was this class was like a smaller class in our family friend's basement. My brother's visually impaired. The son of this family was visually impaired, and the mom was like a wonderful warrior for like the foundation for fighting for retinal research and like foundation fighting blindness. And we were in the basement of this, so it's like a bunch of Jews in the basement with this woman from Israel. And at the time, Barack Obama was running I think he was running for Congress the first time, and he had met up with them to like talk about how he could help out or how he could help maybe I don't know the right words if it's like further the initiative or get involved with the charity,
right.
but zooming out, Obama with a bunch of Jews in the basement there feels very stereotypical to what is being taught, but again it was very
It's confirming all my beliefs.
Yeah, truthfully,
Yeah.
and it's awful. It's like I think I'm such a bad representation for the Jewish community, and I am so sorry, and I don't know how to help it.
No, you're a great representation because you're funny, handsome, cool, sweet, smart, talented, and also a little bit of a bad boy.
Yeah, bad boy, and also you got a killer jump shot.
The 15-footer is undeniable.
Oh God,
It's
a little
undeniable.
shimmy, fade
Little
away,
shake,
give him a little Zach tap, and then shoot it over the head.
Obama's in the basement with you guys.
He was upstairs, and like I met him
never
so
made it down.
briefly. No, he didn't make it down. He knew the optics were going to be bad.
I'm not
going to
go down there.
I'm not going to stay. I'm going to stay up here. Can you still do Obama impressions? Are people
No,
doing?
I don't
them
think
these days?
Obama does an impression of himself anymore either. Now I ran into him and he was like, "What's up, playa?" And I was like, "Obama."
Really?
It was all an act.
When was this?
When did I meet Obama? A month ago, right?
A couple months ago.
I met a couple months ago.
Were you at the Brent's basement party?
Maybe.
I knew I noticed you.
You guys, you can't get rid of me.
No.
And then who kicked you out at 12?
A woman named Michla.
I know Mechla.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I went. Well, so then the only room that was left was the Orthodox temple in our town because they were the only ones who would take me. Like we could change him, and that's when I was big in my Jackass phase. My dream bar mitzvah theme was to have it be Zackass, and my parents obviously didn't want it. And I was like, I get it. My name's spelled Z-A-C-H. That's Z-A-C-K. No one's gonna get mad. And they're like, that's not why we don't want you to do this. So they took me there, and this was big Jackass. This was like Ryan Dunn was doing a show called Homewrecker.
I remember
and he
it.
was teaching you pranks like the deodorant prank with cream cheese and all these other things. And like, I think I did some like, I was like putting stuff in her coffee and like.
To your mom?
No,
this
to
is
Michla.
To Michla, yeah.
Who was essentially like all of our mothers, But
Yeah.
I definitely.
A Jewish mother is everyone's mom.
And that
Even
is,
to non-Jews.
and that is one of the most beautiful qualities, I feel like.
A Jewish mother, any of my Jewish friends, any of their mothers would become your mother. Nick's mom was on set. It just becomes your mom, but I've also known her for 20 years. But it became your mom. And a Jewish father doesn't want to talk to any of your friends.
At all.
Yeah.
Unless you start to, you have to like really subtly edge in over the years with sports and business.
Even still, they're like kind of disinterested because you're a child.
Yeah, whatever. But then every now and then you won't be there and they'll be like, oh, that's Santino. He's a good kid.
Yeah, that's all you're gonna get.
That's all you're gonna get.
That's like the top of what you're gonna
but
get.
that's all you get is their sons, anyways.
That's true.
So it's
That's
you're
true.
not getting anything they're not getting.
It never ends with you guys, does it?
No, and it never will. It's so funny. I've been being told by like all my friends, like you got to be like more. Just think about what you say when you
Why?
go on any podcast. I don't know, because I'll start off and start doing this guy right here, right
it's
off
for
the top.
fun. We're
I
just
know.
having a bit.
I know.
I think the world is in a really dark, odd place. I think the more playful we become, the better off we're going to be.
I fully agree.
If we look, being conscious of your language or your intent is important, but we're going to make mistakes. I tried very hard. I learned a really good lesson about how, and I spoke to my wife after that we had shot, and we had worked with someone who on set was a they them, right? That's how they preferred to be called. And I accidentally twice, I think I said she, And then I corrected myself. Then I apologized in the kitchen. You know, I went up to them and I said, "Hey, sorry about that. I don't know if that really bothered you, but I did it kind of subconsciously, you know."
Yeah.
And was so like, "Are you kidding? No, it's not that big of a deal. But cool that thanks for being cool about it."
Yeah.
And then that night I thought, it's really, it is weird that people care because intent matters.
To me, it's all intent and context.
Right.
Like that I feel like has been completely lost. My big whole thing is comedians are held to politician standards and politicians are not.
Yeah, it's
so it's
funny.
like, why are you? My job is to
Be a goof.
be a goof and say the bad things. And
Yeah.
I went to a clown school where our whole thing is like, how many times can you cross the line and step over and over again from a place of play and like wonder and discovery? I'm not like, you know, I like to make fun of everything, but like I'm not trying to like hurt anybody.
Right. I think that's the thing. That's what I mean by that. It was like the intent. Like I didn't mean to do that. And then the acknowledgement, you know, was great because it made me feel like, oh yeah, you understand that I didn't do that out of deliverance.
No.
And then also, then the world's a little bit easier. Yeah, people want what they want. You're gonna try your best. And unless something is intended to be, fuck you, then it's like, oh, mistakes happen. It is what it is.
Yeah.
By the way, clown school.
I know.
Really wish I went.
It was the best.
I didn't get in.
Really? It's crazy because it's an open application to anyone who's willing to pay 600 euros for the course.
Where did you go? Would you go?
In France, in a small village called Étampes, la village d'Étampes, and Étampes translates to stamp, hence Stamp Town, the name
That's
of the show.
where it came from.
Yeah.
You're fluent in French?
I'm fluent in Spanish. I speak enough French to get by.
God, did you do that before going there, or you learned that while you were there?
I learned there. Spanish was what helped me out there. And then like I wish I had. I can't read. I can't read so
Me
good.
can't read no good.
But I can't read no good actually. But I like the sounds. I like the sounds of how they look. But no, I like didn't really know. But I was going out in Paris because the school is like an hour outside. It's like an hour south.
Sure.
And we would then go to Paris, and I would meet all these like other epic Europeans who all spoke 5 languages.
Wow.
And so speaking Spanish with them helped me get like into the worlds where I would then like hear it, and then I started listening to like French immersion. Like there was this teacher named Michel Thomas who like he would take people from 0 and teach them to fluency, and you would like listen along with them, and you would learn. Or listening to music or watching TV shows, and like I could have been so much better, and it's been 11 years since I went, and I wish I was more.
But you still did sound. That sounded really, really good. You were right there. And what is it? What's the syndrome where you see a color and you hear?
Oh yeah.
What is that called?
I know what you're talking.
Synesthesia.
Maybe that's one that would
Is
be
that
in,
right?
that would be in the realm of what
I'm
I
right.
learned.
Yeah,
Synesthesia.
Let's go.
You have that.
I think so.
Yeah, you're synesthetic.
I think I have I see a lot of stuff rhythmically, musically, and colorfully, and then I kind of just let it fly.
Versus its original form is not interesting to you. It's not that you can't read it; you don't want to read it as it's presented.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I've always like I even as a kid like I fucked up my hip flexors for life because everyone was sitting crisscross applesauce, and I was like, not me, I can't do it. And then just refused, and like I write differently. I put a pencil in between my 2 fingers like this, and just
You
like
write like that?
like this, yeah,
A claw.
just like a clock for no reason. I was just like I'm a contrarian,
But
but
you didn't
also
want to do what the other kids were doing.
no. And I always, but I also, it's such a fun contradiction because like I want to also be like the voice of the people, and I want to be the guy they rally behind, but I'm also like, fuck this, you'll never catch me doing this for such arbitrary things that actually have no impact whatsoever.
What's the most embarrassing thing that no one knows that you do that you don't want someone to see you doing, but you do it and you don't care? It's not that big of a deal.
Like crying, shitting, and coming.
That's my well. I don't know if that's embarrassing.
No.
Very relieving.
Yeah.
I'll give you one that's very embarrassing.
Yeah,
for
please
me.
give me one. Give me one.
I'm a 42-year-old man. To this day, I still tie my shoes.
Bunny ears.
Bunny ears.
I've never learned the other way.
I
refuse, and it would be
Oh
helpful.
my God, this is a revelation. You're the only other man I know.
And it's
Loop,
so.
swoop, and pull does not interest me at all.
No.
I like bunnies.
I like the bunnies. It makes me feel like a little sweetheart.
I like it. I don't know why.
I like to be a sweetheart.
But it is funny when I have to tie my shoe in public and someone who I'm with sees me bend down in bunny ears. If I see them see it, there's a moment where I have to get to the next subject verbally. because
Fast.
Otherwise, they'll be like, "Did you just bunny ear tie your shoes?"
Yeah, and then
I
you
can't-
really quick you say something racial. You're like, what do you think about
Obama
them?
was in the basement with a bunch of Jews 20 years ago.
This one Jewish clown kid told me. Anyways, he's got a sick crossover.
Sick. He's a dancer now.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Okay,
clown school. Hold on.
Yeah,
Clown,
clown
school.
school.
While you think about what's embarrassing that
Yeah.
you do, that you don't want anybody to see you do like that, it's not that big of a deal, but it does affect my brain.
Yeah, of course.
Clown school is a thing where it's very there's a lot of reverence for it. It is incredible that people like actually go to do that.
Yeah.
What is the percentage of people that you went to school with who are like careering now or having.
I
something
just
with
had this conversation last night.
Yeah.
So, well, first off, shouts out to my great teacher, Philippe Gaulier. May he rest in peace. He passed away a few months ago. Which is a
Damn.
real bummer, dude.
Philippe Gautier.
Gaulier.
Gaulier.
Philippe Gaulier. And he
Help
was,
me with my French.
it's a bit Philippe.
Philippe,
If
yeah.
you take it up, Philippe.
Philippe
Gaulier.
Gaulier.
Philippe Gaulier. And his wife,
tiens.
Michiko.
Michiko.
Michiko Miyazaki Gaulier.
Oh, Michiko Collier.
Yeah, exactement. C'est parfait, c'est parfait.
C'est parfait.
C'est parfait. Et ça, c'est la chose.
My favorite thing, French do that. They drag out a.
That's with the you could say so much with the face and the noise. There's a fun, like that shit kills me. I had a friend from school named Clementine there, and she would always go, "Fin, I don't know." And like I would just crack up all the time
Because it's a big pause for them. That's like a
that's
gap
their
filler.
that's their like. It's like fa, ba, fa, en fait, it's like all and all the different registers mean like a different type of thinking.
It's so
And
interesting.
as you're around it, you just start to pick up on it. It's when people go like, it's like their version.
but it's so caricature based.
Oh.
It's weird. Like, but they do it culturally. It's very norm.
And
If-
it's just, they're usually like kind of like here, and it's like it's like they have a glass of wine or a little cigarette and it's like here. And they really nurse the moment. And I
Right.
think what I love about them is like, one, I love how pretentious the French are. And I love how much they care about how much they don't care about anything. Like that's their big thing. And they like protest, which I love. And they protest so hard for no reason a lot of times, but it's like, by nothing, if we protest, we protest. It's like they really they go for it. And it's all
Yeah.
matter of fact, and you're like, this is so silly, but yeah, I'm fully with it, and I love that about them.
their level of self-confidence is unmatched by any other European country. Nobody can be as most other European countries are very like they're just not. The
They all
French
feel
are
like they're
so
missing
sure.
a little bit.
Yeah.
They're missing one. Each one has one big blind spot.
Right. So the French are so sure of themselves.
Oh, unbelievable.
Like one of our closest friends is from Paris, and Parisians are a level that no American could
They're
match.
such cunts.
No tough New York,
No.
Brooklyn born. I know this is my black.
You can get absolutely disassembled by them or disarmed by them immediately.
It's unbelievable.
But with one fellow, you give one
Fellow.
kiss on the cheek like this. Oh, here's one. Okay, so look, I'm a bisexual dude. I feel like I can be like a dude and I can be one of the girls, and
Yeah.
I'm like fun in this way. And with being European a bit as well, where like I've spent most of my coming of age years where when I learned to come for the first time in Europe, allegedly, and when I was out there, the double kiss is
Sure.
a thing. And so a lot of times I'll be here where I'll meet someone and I'll kind of come in for this and then they're not doing it at all. And I'm like, oh, great. You think I've just kissed you.
Now you think I'm
just-
a predator.
Now you think I'm a predator. I'm
Right.
just trying to European pleasantry you and show you how sophisticated I am. And instead I've now made you feel uncomfortable immediately because we do a handshake.
We do.
And it's like, and then when I go back to Paris, I never get it right. As soon as I leave Paris, I'm in the flow of it, and I come here and no one's doing it. I go back to Paris and I try to give everyone a hug, and then you just almost always kiss them or bump heads, and it's like the worst introduction.
Do you go left or right?
I usually go left. I usually go.
So everyone should go left first.
I go left and then I go right, and then and I love how fun is sometimes if you really love them, you do give them a nice little kiss. But I love when you kind of just go, I'm giving you this side of my chin and my cheek, and it's like, yeah, but that's it. And that's the pleasantry. And you get it from you know where to go. But you just know how to feel it. But we don't do it here.
We don't do it.
No.
I do have some. We have some family friends that do it. That do the kiss on the cheek thing. Some of them kiss you right on the crest of the lip.
Yeah.
Here, right on the corner.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's.
It's a sneaky little French game they like to play.
Yeah. How close can I get?
How close? Because look, they're all about lovers, which again, I think that is a great way to live life.
Yeah, they do.
And
They're free.
They're free, and it's it's okay to take a lover. It's just you don't say nothing. I don't catch you. You don't catch me, and voila,
Voila.
Et voila.
Wait, because they're the original poly community. Of
course.
France is the original.
Oh, yeah.
Spread love.
Oh yeah.
It's almost like America tried in the 70s, like free love,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
America was like, I don't think that's
Actually, I don't think
not
that's
really
us.
for us. I
We're
don't
gonna
think
get
we should
back
do
to
that.
the white picket
Yeah,
fence and those
yeah.
mowed lawns.
Yeah.
Fast.
Quick, put up a tire. Put up a tire in a swing right now. That's every straight American male in that era that kissed another guy on accident and was like,
Isn't that shit so funny to me?
I gotta buy an Oldsmobile right now.
that
It like recorrected very fast. Then the 80s
Really
came around
quick.
and they're like, cocaine, Wall Street, gay guys.
yes.
It just became like such a. The 70s were like the post 60s era of like figuring it out,
Yeah,
like
yeah. Everyone's-
doing it, and be
everyone's
free,
wavy.
and then fight for what you believe in. The 80s are like, get the gays out of here.
Son, I'm proud of you. And then never hear from your dad again for like 18 years.
Dude, that's me. I'm born in 83. Like my entire generation is just like, don't do that. Do this. Be quiet. Sit down. Everything was so. We were so like. We were so bullied by rules.
Yeah.
That we felt scared of the other side, and then the next generation. 90s kids felt like my sister, way more free, way more like, shut up, who fucking cares?
Yeah.
Like my sister never got what I got hit all the time.
And I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to hit
Why
you. You
did
just
you
had
do
such
that?
a beautiful face.
Beautiful little face.
Yeah.
I was a bad kid anyway.
I was gonna ask, were you
Such a bad
troublemaker?
kid.
Did you know it? Did you do it on purpose? Was it kind of just like your reflex? You were like, hey, I was in the principal's office my whole life.
All the time.
I was
think-
always apologizing.
Well, I got kicked out of Moody Bible in Chicago. Shout out Moody Bible. They kicked me out.
Shout out
so-
movies. Wait, did you grow up in Chicago?
Moody Bible. Yeah, for my childhood.
Okay,
yeah,
I
when
grew
was
up
a
in
kid.
Highland Park.
Did you
In
really?
the suburbs, yeah.
I
was
Moody
Buffalo
Bible
Grove.
downtown. That's where I went to
Yeah.
school. And then my mom got remarried. We moved to the suburbs.
Okay, my mom's from Homewood.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
Family.
Damn.
Yeah, but see, the Jews are all up north.
We are.
Yeah,
And
and that's where you belong.
And we're gonna stay up
Jews.
there.
Yeah.
And you better not be gay up there. It's one thing to be Jewish. It's another to be gay.
My son, he's a gay Jew. What do I do?
It turns into a
musical?
perfect musical. Yeah. It's Mel Brooks' whole life.
No, I got kicked out. I got kicked out of Moody Bible for being just a bad kid, but I knew I was a bad kid. Also, rebellion was going to be a part of my thing. My mom got separated from my dad when I was 1. He had some troubles. And so I was like, kind of this wild little loose kid, single mother. And then I just knew that like I didn't like taking things serious. So fucking off was my answer to my
Always.
my lack of comfort.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, I'll just fuck off, break it, take it apart, goof on it, make fun of it, make light of it, because it
Yeah.
was easier than the other side.
It's so much easier that way. It's funny. I remember being in 5th grade. Like, I always fucked around. I remember being the kids watching South Park the movie, watching Shut Your Fucking Face, Uncle Fucker. And
Yeah.
but I'm like, that was me. And
Yeah.
I loved that. And then I remember in 5th grade, I saw the movie musical version of 1776, and I was like, one day I'm gonna lead a revolution. Now, still figuring out what that is. Maybe,
coming.
Maybe it's 50-year-old guys joining the NBA.
That could be great.
Could be
50-year-old white Jews in the NBA.
I've also never gone to college, so in theory, I could do what these punks are doing right now that are going to college at 28.
Going back?
Yeah, I could go back. I've never done it.
Clown college didn't have a team. They didn't have a squad.
No, it's funny. I think besides me, maybe 3 other people had touched a basketball before.
Sunk on sunk. What is it?
Sunk on sunk.
5 on 5. 5 on 5. 5 on 5. Sunk on sunk.
5 on 5 sunk on.
How do you say shirts and skins? How do you say
Oh
shirts
god,
and skins?
chemise. I don't know how you would say skins, but
What do you say skins in French? He'll look it up. Chemise.
chemise.
Sunk on sunk. Chemise.
Chemise or pas chemise? You just say not shirts.
Peu.
Peu.
Spell it.
P-E-A-U-x.
Peu.
Peu. Like peu.
Peu.
That's what it says.
It's so funny because again, I
Skins.
don't know how to read French.
There is a French person at home right now, very, very upset at this.
But what is this? This is a disgrace to my.
You do this to any other language, and they would be like, that's fun. They're goofing. They're trying.
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
French are genuinely
I get
mad.
corrected constantly.
They're mad
for
about
doing
it.
and I love it, and I get like it hurts my heart every time. But there's sort of this like masochistic thing where it's like, but they cared enough to correct me.
Yeah, they do.
They do.
They give a shit enough
This
to
is
be
my
like,
beautiful language. If you butcher it, I will kill you. But have a coffee. And then also they give you the worst coffee. There's no good coffee in Paris. It's just like they have so many amazing things there, and everyone just is like, bah, coffee is shit.
but what, they don't
change.
drink coffee? Is it just not a cultural thing? They
Not
don't care?
so much. They'll have a little coffee and a cigarette at the boulangerie or like outside when you're like sitting in a little cafe, just like looking. Like there was an old man outside my friend. Shout out, good Maddie. I shout her out on every podcast. It's my
You
bestie.
must.
GM, I love you. And there was from her place. You could always see there was this like old guy who was like the color of this and orange, but he was like a white guy that was just frying in the sun for so long. and he like every day would walk out in the most like gigolo-esque shirt from from
Sure.
the other eras. Popped collars in the morning.
V'd all the way down.
V'd all the way down, chest out.
Beautiful.
And he was always like, yeah, he was kind of hello, bonjour, ça va? Like this type of guy. And he would always be like, he would always have a smoke, he'd always have a little cigarette, and he'd always be reading a book. And then he'd just kind of be chilling, kind of peacocking, chest out, seeing if any young, beautiful women were going to
And they
mate
would
with him
eventually.
that day.
Somebody
Eventually,
would.
surely. I did. I wanted to know where he got that beautiful fabric.
In here, we pour whiskey.
This episode of Whiskey Ginger is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace, what is it? You better know by now. I've been talking about it for a couple of years now. It's the all-in-one website platform designed to help you stand out, succeed online. Whether you're just starting out or scaling your business, Squarespace is going to give you everything that you need to claim your domain, showcase your offerings with a professional website, grow your brand, and get paid all in one place. What I love so much about them, truly, over the years, because I've used them before, that's what's great about creating my own site. Back in my day, ones and zeros and zeros and ones. Used to have to design a website the OG way, and it was very hard. Now, cutting edge design, and they've got these SEO tools. They make every website optimized. So it's indexed with meta descriptions. You're going to pop up way more often for people that are searching for you instead of someone that's not looking for you or that is and they can't find you. They got a donations page. They have a videos page. And they also feature, my favorite is these analytics. They can show you where your core audience is so you know who to target to instead of just throwing it out to the universe and it disappearing on the interwebs. So do yourself a favor. If you're looking to create a site, go to squarespace.com/whiskey to save yourself 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain using my code WHISKEY. Try it, check it out, build a beautiful site. Get it out there now for whatever you're doing or selling. Go to squarespace.com/whiskey, save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain, and use my code WHISKEY. Ooh, the playoffs are heating up, and if you're watching, you know. Shocked. Shocked at some of these results, happy for some of the other ones. It's none of your business who I root for, all right? You can predict the playoff action all the way to the finals with Fanduel Predicts. All you got to do, that's all you got to do. You got to sign up to get your $25 bonus. That's all you got to do. Sign up, you get $25, man. Follow all the playoff dishes, swishes, wishes, and misses. Every move is a potential plot twist. You can predict the spread, the total points, even the game-winning moments that make the playoffs, where one run, one rebound, and one shot changes literally everything. Opening tip to the final buzzer, stay locked in with every pass, every play, every moment that moves us closer to crowning a champion. Sign up right now for your $25 bonus on Fanduel Predicts. What are you waiting for? Do it now while the playoffs are still here. Offered by Fanduel Prediction Markets, LLC, a registered futures commission merchant, 18+. Bonus is non-withdrawable and expires 7 days after receipt. Trading derivatives involves significant risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Manage your activity with our consumer protection tools. Restrictions apply. See terms at fanduel.com/predicts/bonus-offer-terms.
Ginger. I like gingers.
The characters that you're able to get in there, that we only have at so many cities in the U.S. New York has a lot of good characters.
Yeah.
Chicago has some characters. Miami has characters. L.A. has characters, but they're not the ones that you want to play.
No, it's a bummer. They're sad.
They're sad characters.
And
out
that
here.
this goes into the other larger thing was like at clown school. So it's like my 2 years was like 75 of the weirdest people from like 45 different countries.
Wow.
All of us have this like desire in our heart to perform and like literally cannot figure it out in any way, shape, or form.
Well, you figured enough to go to school.
Exactly. We're like, well, I got nowhere else to go. I might as well go to this clown school in France that's like truly a labyrinth to get into. Like the website used to be this like horrible like 2D Flash website, all in English second language from him in French and his wife in Japanese. It makes no sense. He already speaks in riddles, and if you could figure out how to send her the €100 deposit for one course, you were good.
You were in.
Now you just got to figure out how to get there and
then where do you live while you're there too?
you could live in Paris or you could live in the city. I lived all over. I lived with like, first I lived with an Italian guy, a girl from Basque Country, a girl from Mallorca, and a girl from Belgium.
I saw this episode of Girls. It was really
It was
good.
amazing.
Yeah.
And then wait till the next episode of Friends. It was me, the Italian, the girl from the Taiwanese girl, and the Italian guy.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and so we just, I lived with all these different people from all these different cultures.
Not from clown school though. These are just humans you met while you
Oh,
were...
sorry. These were other students.
Oh,
that
they
were
were
there.
all students.
But I did,
Okay.
but I did live like the first time I was with a host family, Frank and Marilyn, and they did not speak any English whatsoever. Oof. And over the years, they learned. But they had like 9 cats. I'm severely allergic to cats, so I could like never breathe in their house. It was a nightmare. And then 1 year, I did like a music video where I played the love interest of like a PG music video. called Hello Beautiful, and when we showed it to them, they cried of laughter so hard that they opened up their secret little downstairs cinema that they never let us go into to play it 8 times in a row to just keep laughing at me.
Really?
And I was like, when that moment happened, I was like, we're good. Like,
We're
you love
good.
me, you see me now.
Well, because comedy's universal.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Especially physical comedy, right? Verbal. It's really hard to sell a joke overseas if it has so many American references to it.
Oh, yeah.
But physical comedy, there's something about if you can.
It's pure.
Movement is it. Like we all know. That's why I like pratfall. Like a fall is always funny. Falls are always funny.
Oh, yeah.
We watched Along Came Polly last night. And when Philip Seymour Hoffman walks in and goes, Ruben! And he slips on the dance floor and falls, the fall is so good and hard. And you can tell it really fucking hurt.
Oh, yeah.
The best man is in the
The
house.
husband's in the hap. The way he falls, and I go, it doesn't matter what country, what age, what year I see that, where you're from. It's funny to watch
It's-
somebody fall.
Getting kicked in the nuts, slipping,
It's
falling.
always funny. That's like
Bash in the
101 in clown school. They're
Well,
like, falling is funny.
It is. Well, that's the whole thing is like, you know, when you have 75, like our whole things were like, one, get into your body, because whether or not the audience knows about it or people are aware of it, we're picking up all the subconscious, like, you know, stimuli that you would have from any physical choice. And for me, that is like, I try to do that intentionally, but like, to be able to play this way, I feel like I'm much better with my body than my words. Ladies, fellas, everyone in between. Oh.
Half my audience just came.
me. but in this school, he also then taught us this idea of like game, and it's like so many people say the word game and all these different things, but it's like what are we playing? Who is this? What's going on here? And if you could find the game in the scene, it does not matter what language you're speaking. Everything just becomes rhythmic, and it's like text no longer is the sole way to make people laugh. It's just like another ingredient that you can use to perform with. And so you have all these people that like, you know, I remember the best scene I've ever seen in my life was this Malaysian girl named Bella and this Japanese guy named Tatsuya. They did a Greek tragedy scene that I don't speak Malay and I don't speak Japanese, but like I was moved to pieces and was like crying watching this gorgeous scene happen because you see this like physicality in the performance and you're like, you know, they could have been making fun of us the whole time and nobody would have known.
Which would have been incredible.
Incredible.
They're shitting on all you guys the whole time.
Incredible. That's my dream.
So
That's my dream.
wait, who did anybody? Is anybody like?
So yes, so we were saying last night across our like, there's like a 3-year span where like, you know, and I'm not trying to be like an old head about it, but like between the 2014 to like 2016, 17 Gaulier classes, like in my class, it was, I mean, and no, I love everybody. And if anyone here hears this, I love you all. But I think it's like really myself and my buddy Tom Walker, who's an amazing Australian physical comedian. He's a mime, a clown, a writer. He hosts Australian Great Bake Off and like has done some great stuff down there.
Wow.
He's amazing. He's got a special on Amazon. Fantastic guy. And then in the year below me is like my 2 best friends and comedy partners, Vigo Venn, who won Britain's Got Talent, and Johnny Woolley, who's my director and of everything I do. And then we have like our friend Sammy Abuwarda is a great artist. Our friend Elf Lyons. Our friends Maddie Bai is in a group called Siblings. Like, oh God, there's probably other people that I'm forgetting, but these are all people who are like established fringe.
and moving through the scene really
Yeah, Gary
well.
Starr, my friend Damien, like, you know, all these people are like selling out, winning awards, traveling around the world, making their own
Crazy.
shows. And like, we had a really tight-knit group, you know, it was really cool. And I'm like really proud to be.
That's so cool.
Oh, I love them.
And I think
man.
that happens in waves. I think that sounds strange to say, but a lot of time graduating classes, for some reason, certain classes are blessed. Like something happened that these classes came together.
Yeah.
And not to say that any other is less valid, but they are less valid.
Look, and I'm happy to ride that. I'm going to stand behind that, but not have to say it.
That's right. I just think that you do see classes sometimes that are like quite impressive, that make like a big
Did you
splash.
study and did you go to college? What'd you do?
I went to college, but it wasn't a real thing. I went to
Where'd you go?
I went to Arizona State.
DeVry?
Yeah, I went to Arizona State. Yeah, I
Nice.
wanted to get to the West Coast. I wanted so bad to get out here and start stand up and try comedy, and I went there for journalism and English and creative writing classes. All I really wanted to do was find a funnel way to like make stuff.
Yeah.
And I
Had
was-
you done any theater, any performance whatsoever at all leading up to it?
As a kid, no, I didn't
Yeah.
really do any. As a kid, I just was a punk.
Yeah.
Who played basketball and loved to fuck off.
Did you
Also,
skate?
also thought I was a rapper.
Okay.
And love skating.
yeah.
Yeah, I thought I was that guy.
Yeah, of course.
I thought
I
it
used
was
to
that
draw
guy.
tattoos on myself all the time. I would draw like only the strong will survive on a cross with like a basketball, and I was like, well, Tyson Chandler has.
I have
this.
it permanently right now on this arm.
Do
It's
you?
still on my arm.
Yeah. Well, I would draw like all of Tupac's tattoos, and I had the
Love the Tupac tattoos.
and I would go thug life, and I had the wherewithal to just write the number 50 and put the gun. I didn't like slap the N-word on my chest, which is
shouldn't
kind
do
of
that.
awesome.
Yeah.
You know, and look, I got the pass, but from all the other Jews in the school.
Yeah.
You can say it.
You could say it. It's okay. No one's here. We're by ourselves. Well, that was actually the makeup of where I grew up. It was like basically, you know, it was like Jewish and Mexican communities, and like, and so like that was for me. That's why I spoke Spanish. I was in a dual language program as a kid.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, dude.
They try to insert me in that, but you're not going to like this. My mom taught. In my last special, I had a joke about it, but I went to a school called LaSalle Language Academy downtown.
Yeah, I know LaSalle.
And she made me take German. I know.
Why wouldn't I like that?
Because.
What do you mean?
Oh, you are wearing Adidas.
Thank you for just saying it like that.
And those are Kanye's shoes, by the way.
Yeah. It's tough. Well, that's okay. Look, let's talk about this for a sec because obviously, as a Chicago kid, I love Kanye.
I do too.
And as a kid,
really
I
hard.
also worked on a charity with him as a kid, and I met him, and I met Virgil, and I met Lupe Fiasco and Common, and it's like I have put so much of what I love, and not even that. If we are going to separate artist and art for a second, the way he produces, and I believe pulls the best out of other people, and then allow you both to shine and kind of like spin around each other. It's like that is the composition of it, and the production and the engineering is my basis for everything that I try to create.
He's a magic man, unfortunately. I think he has some mental health issues. It's a bummer, and it's like
Really?
Yeah. I mean, no one's really said that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I
feel
mean,
like
for
I'm
the first
one
25
to
years
it.
of his career, he was kind of, I didn't love what he said, but the last 2 years, I've really been loving what he's been
That's
saying.
really strong. If anything, he commits.
Yeah. Well, that's
Actually, ironically, he backs out all the time. He's like, I didn't mean to say all that. You're like, well, then
why'd you say that?
Why did you say all that? dude?
Triples down. Here it is on a shirt, and you're like, oh, dude. Well, that's the hard part.
It is hard for him, especially because I have loved him so much, but you're like so disappointed.
It's really upsetting.
so disappointing all the time. You're like, just cut that out, will you?
I think, I never fully, I boycotted in that, it took me, I didn't listen to him for a few years or big months at a time. Not because I was like, I will never listen to you. Because, I subscribe to if you're a fan of Kanye West, you're a fan of yourself.
Yeah.
And that was something that he would say, and it meant a lot to me. And I believe in my heart he's not this terrible person. I just believe he's super sick. But then I hear from a lot of my Jewish friends, which again, it's like sucks to be Jewish right now kind of all the time. But
It's
again,
always been bad.
It's not great.
And by the way, it's going to stay that way.
It's gonna only gonna get worse until we find a way to get me into the NBA. Pass, I'm over here. I'm schwitzing in the corner. But it's like this fun to have fun to play the idea of something stupid. This is what I loved most about clown school is that everything was on limits.
Right.
And if you can do impressions of each other, you can make fun of each other, we can mock each other, and it was never like to be racist or to be nasty. It's like my comedy partner Vigo would always say, to laugh of. I want them to laugh of me. And I don't want to laugh on you or at you, but I want you to laugh of me, laugh of what I got.
Right.
And I love when people make fun of me.
Well, yeah,
And
it's fun.
It's hilarious, and I want to do it back. And so then it defeats the whole purpose of you can't do this. And I was like, oh, what? I'm sorry. Are they not allowed to have fun too?
Right.
And so to be able to laugh of these things, I don't know. I think that's the beauty of it. Is all the I think if any other artist had done what Kanye had said, I probably would say fuck that person to hell. But because he happened to be my favorite artist, I'm like, well. And then I feel bad. A lot of my Jewish friends are like, how do you I've been looking and remembering some of the horrible shit he did, and I'm like, yeah, dude, it is awful.
It's awful. It is awful, but
and I love him. And
well,
I pray
for
him.
I will say this: he's saying it. He's not actions. I think if some of his actions were disgusting, I'd be more embarrassed and sad about it. But it's his words, which I know come from a place of him trying to find the art in his speak.
And that's what I
you're
hope.
like, I think you're just looking down the wrong. He's like using the wrong color to paint with, and you're like, don't do that, dude.
And he's like, no, I swear there's something here. And I'm
you're
like,
I know there's not.
it.
I promise
there's
not.
you, dude.
But I will say, from an artist perspective, and I'm not one, but I would love to hear one. If anybody has one at home, please send in from an artist's perspective at gmail.com. If you have any advice, I'd love. But I just think I know what he's doing.
Yeah.
That's the saddest part, that you're like, oh, dude, I think you're being bold. You think you're being risque. You're being daring. You're being wrong, but that's what's good, because in art mind, you're always told like, well, bad can be good and wrong is sometimes right, and trying is the best thing you can do, even when it's a complete failure
or miss.
So that in his mind is like, no, dude, this is still a win. I'm exploring. We're digging. We're finding, but it's like, yeah, but it's on the heels of so much awful shit I don't know if I don't know.
And look, this is the hard part. I always was hoping, like, give me that Joaquin Phoenix, I'm Still Here documentary movie that's going to come out with all of this, but I knew it wasn't there. And as someone who, like, I feel, I've lived with this guy in my life for 20 plus years, where I feel like the journey, what he's been through, so you give this man as much benefit of the doubt as you can, versus somebody that maybe
just someone else on the street.
Yeah, someone on the street. But then the bummer is, it's like, dude, you have brought like a horrific, like insidious vibe to your crowd, to your fan base. Like, I went to his concert in LA a few weeks ago with my best friend.
You went to the SoFi?
I did.
How was that?
I mean, it was amazing.
Yeah.
And also, I'm like, is he done? And I don't want to believe that.
Like, was this a goodbye, you think?
Or like, is this, or more, is it just like, is he toast? Because like, I like some of the new album, but then you hear his the beginnings of every single song. It was like so poignant and lean and dense and punchy and funny and like progressive, and you're like, oh yeah, that's what this guy brings. Even as silly as she don't believe in shooting stars, she believes in shoes and cars. It's like that. It's like I miss that, and instead I'm getting like, yeah, I'm fucking great, yeah. and it's like I can vibe to that sometimes, but I'm like, I wish you were saying that without saying it.
Right. Give me something else. Yeah, but I think like this is a good transition for me, because I'm interested so much, and we talked a little bit offline about the creation or the discovery of Jack, and like where does that pop out of?
My alter ego Jack Tucker is my stand-up comedy ego or alter ego.
A tremendous performer.
Why, thank you.
A tremendous performer. Not you, him.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, Jack and I are different guys.
Yes.
I'm just some annoying bisexual Jew. Jack is a Christian man, and he's a comic.
Coin it, clip it, name of the episode, Annoying Bisexual Jew.
I didn't say that. He just said that apropos of nothing. So
the internet just has me just saying that, and they're like, what an asshole.
Yeah, and you going, I don't think Kanye's messaging was wrong.
You keep doubling down on everything.
Yeah. So Tucker came from, Vigo and I used to tour a lot. We started our careers doing a double act called Creatively, if you can believe it, Zach and Vigo. How'd they come up with that? Real knock it out of the park.
Yeah.
And we were having trouble getting booked for gigs because people said what we did wasn't comedy, because we were doing like more Mr. Bean physical type stuff. And
comedy.
To be fair, comedy. And to be fair, we were in like Lycra bodysuits and had props. Like, it's funny. Not so fun. You don't want those guys around, but we were good. and I kept seeing so that's kind of how Stamptown started, was like, well, let's start a space for all these fucking freaks and wackos that I think are way funnier than dipshit McGee with his hand in his pants being like, so I fingered my girlfriend the other day. And to be hilarious, want to know how he did it? What did you do? Please tell me.
How many fingers?
How many fingers, and where do you put them? And what do you do after?
Play the piano?
Yeah.
That's how that song was composed.
It was a guy fingered someone for the first time and went, he got really excited. And then, okay, so yeah, what did I say? Something bisexual Jew brackets the origin of fingering. That's the new title for this. But then with Tucker, I kind of had this crisis where I was like, am I good at comedy? Am I a good comedian? I think even to this day, I don't even call myself a comedian. I just say I'm a performer.
You're a comedic performer.
You're
a performer.
So. I'm a performer.
But you do have a comedic base.
Yes.
Because inherently your attitude, your approach to things are very funny. I see you and I smile.
Come on.
I do. Well, it's just natural.
Come on.
Some people have that. Some people just have a thing where it's like ingrained in your DNA.
And that's what I feel. That's what I learned from Philippe. It's like you have that never-ending, like distilled, like engine of like pure love and joy to perform and entertain and be there. And I'm like, I will stay here as long as you guys want me to. If you're willing to watch this, I will do anything. I love this. And with Tucker, I was like, okay, well, maybe I should just play a bad comedian. Like, I love Neil Hamburger, and he gave me my first ever paid gig and has been so supportive of me the whole time doing, another version. Like, obviously I'm inspired by him and Tim Heidecker, like the anti-comedy comedy. Sacha Baron Cohen was a huge influence for me, and like all that stuff in that world. And so when we started, we were like, well, obviously Jack Tucker is like a way more believable name than my real name.
Yeah, it is.
And I didn't know anything about, I had never performed. I was 5 years into my career and I'd never used a microphone before. I'd only ever done physical stuff
Right.
hands-free. You
Right.
never know. You never know
Dun,
when you
dun,
might
dun,
need to go. Yeah, and it was a really rough, horrific developmental process. Like the show sucked for a long time.
But
And
then once you found it.
once I found, I mean, again, I've been doing it for 7 years, so I hope it's this good at this point. Otherwise, I'd be in trouble.
Right.
You know, like, and I'll still bomb, but I think I've made like a bulletproof kind of costume.
Well, because when you get to live in a character,
Oh, it's awesome.
it doesn't even matter if it bombs. Because
No.
it doesn't really bomb.
Well,
It's
because
just,
I always forget this. Like, I forget the jokes are bad. I genuinely verbatim find them fucking hilarious.
they are very funny.
And so I'm selling him with it. You do the perfect like clown delivery of like, what's the dumbest thing you could do with like all the sincerity in your heart and like do it in the best way humanly possible, and then be like, wasn't that amazing? After telling the worst joke ever, and then
Right.
just keep on going.
The ticks that you do that I really find amazing. I love the writing on the hand. I like
so
love
good.
looking at your hand.
Well, so I used to never actually. There was never anything on the hand.
I've seen it where it wasn't anything
Yeah,
on your hand.
and then
yeah.
and then sometimes for Stamp Town when I like panic writing new jokes before I go out, where it's like 5 minutes before the show, and I'm like, boys, I got nothing. Like we got to come up with something for tonight.
Right.
And I'll panic write them on there. But for the whole show though, always the gag was there was never anything on here.
Because I've seen you show that there's nothing on your hands.
Yeah.
I think it's extremely funny to look down at your hand. Great comedic ticks of like, it's almost like you're a professional open micer. Like
Yeah.
he's incredibly experienced, but he does all the same tropes that you would do if you just begun your career.
Well, this was always what we would do for Tucker's bios or any of his like web copy. It was like he's toured all over the world from what was it? It was like a regular on like the upstate New York regional comedy scene. He's been all over the world from New York to Manhattan to Brooklyn. It's like that's all and we're also like, but he's also maybe never even been to New York.
Yeah, no,
Like-
I would imagine he never got to New York.
No, he never made
Yeah.
it to the city, but he knows everybody. But he also knows no one. And our lore for him was that he lives in the basement in Chinatown of like a noodle shop and eats barrels of fermented noodles and gets what's called noodle noggin. And so he has like a bit psychosis all the time. His best friend's his rubber chicken.
Love chicken.
And we were saying that he just doesn't like he doesn't even live anywhere. He just kind of like spawns there and is just like lurking.
Right.
All the time. We pitched a show called Jack Tucker Wanders of the World where he's just wandering around wondering what the hell's going on. And like that I like to me that's him. He's just like somewhere like he right now, I know he has to be in Austin tomorrow for some shows.
He does.
And I don't know how he's going to get there, but he does.
He doesn't fly, right?
I think he's afraid to fly. I don't know if he's allowed to fly. He's tried to bring I've gotten in trouble bringing like fake dynamite and guns and bags of money on planes.
TSA freaked out, huh?
Yeah, dude.
The
I've
fake
gotten in
gun
trouble.
was not a good move.
I've gotten in trouble a few times where I have to like I'll get in front of it and be like, I'm a comedian. These are props. I'm just joking. They're not real. And they're like, oh, you're a comedian? Tell us a joke. And I'm like, well, I don't really tell jokes. And then I got like absolutely eaten alive by a TSA agent in Syracuse who was like, get a load of this guy. He's a comedian. He doesn't tell any freaking jokes. And everyone's like pissing themselves. And I'm like, I have rubber chickens in my bag. Like a snake in a can pops out. It's like
Right.
so embarrassing, but they're not wrong.
No,
They're not wrong.
they're not.
No.
What's the alternative to that? You have to ship it? Don't we ship stuff sometimes?
Sometimes, which is so expensive.
If,
'cause it's so
it's a
heavy.
rip-off. Because otherwise you got to pack it in your carry-on. If you have fake dynamite, what do you...
I usually put it always under the plane, but I've forgotten sometimes. But it's like, it just is
Because
all
if it's under the
sus.
plane, then they still scan it, don't they?
Of course, and I sometimes would write like a little letter that was on top of it, like, these are all props for a comedy show.
Right.
Or I would tape it on my
I feel
suitcase.
like it's easier to bring it through carry-on because that way you can show
Genuinely.
them and talk to them.
Yeah.
If it's under the plane, imagine they pull you off the plane. They're like, we
Dude.
found something in your bag.
Well, they always search my bag. Like, always my bag gets searched.
You got to be flagged now.
Oh,
at this
100%. But luckily, it's been the same dynamite for 7 years.
Same dynamite.
Same type of dynamite.
Same type of dynamite.
I got in trouble actually going to France recently when this was just like so embarrassing. I was going through the Eurostar and they have like and it was the French side, so I was trying to flex my French a little bit as I was trying to come through. And I realized I had all my props and I was like, actually, I don't know how to talk about this at all. I don't know how to express that this
In
is
French, yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, hey, I'm a comedian. I have all these fake props. I don't need this. Like, you can throw them away. And the guy was like, you can't have this in here. If like we see this, we're gonna get in trouble. I'm like, please take it out. And he's like, look, we'll run it through and see how it goes. It runs through. It's all fine. And he goes, you're all good. And I was like, oh, thank you, man. And I lift my bag off. I put it on the ground, and immediately I forgot I had a megaphone in there, and the alarm starts going off, and it's like, wow, 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 like this. And I freak out. I open my bag, dude. There's 9 rubber chickens. There's there's bags full, there's money bags, money and guns. And I'm like absolutely like doing this, and I like pop the battery out and kind of like put it away like like this. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. You know, put it back in there, and I lift the bag back up, and you just hear like, it's like all the chickens going off. It's so, and then like someone came up to me and was like, dude, I love your videos. And I looked back at the guy watching me being like, who the fuck is this guy that is
right, right.
Because I don't look cool either. You know, I'm like so tired and hungover. Like,
it's a moment for comedy that somebody goes, dude, huge fan. And the TSA guy's like, what the fuck is going on?
I don't know who you are. And I
like
don't know
you
why.
all feel like a setup, like you hired him to
Truly,
say that.
it feels like I'm not impractical joking you. I'm like actually just trying to go to my friend Maddie's house. Again, shout out good Maddie.
Sal, Merv, come on and reveal yourself.
Yeah, truly.
On this episode of Impractical Jokers, we're sending
clowns across the border.
The worst, clowns across the border. The worst people to send through with all of everything that they have with it. Well, Bob got busted. Where were we with the dildo that went off or the vibrator that went off?
We were in
funny.
Australia.
He had a pocket pussy. Yeah, we're overseas, and he has a pocket pussy, and it's a pretty advanced one. This one is very,
It plugs
very,
into the wall.
It plugs into. It's very high end.
So funny.
Well, you never leave home without it.
No, of
So we're
course.
going through customs, and it's like a huge to do. Like they're making a very big deal out of it, and they're like,
'Cause
remove it.
They don't have pre-check, so we have to go through normal security for the first time. No. All throughout Australia.
Who doesn't have pre-check?
They don't have it in
No,
Australia.
they don't
Oh,
do
in
it over in
Australia.
Australia.
Okay, I thought you said you guys.
There's no.
Of course,
You're
yeah.
in general admission, and also
Yeah.
you're an American, so you got to get in line with all the other fuckhead Americans.
Yeah, it's a
So
nightmare.
forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. And
Wow,
then,
Sydney was a really nice place. I loved going to Melbourne. Yeah. Their coffee was crazy.
What about Perth? Have
Yeah.
you heard of Perth?
I hear it's the furthest, most isolated major city in the world.
It's a personal hellhole. I would never go back unless they paid me. Unless they paid me nice.
And they pay you nice, you will go back.
I will go back, and I will retract that statement. I will go back to that weird sunken
give me
Kmart you have.
give me a Midwesterner's idea of Australia.
Oh, Australia is crazy. I hear the bugs are freaking huge down there. What, they come in there, they crawl into your freaking pants, make you have to take a crap.
Just kind of like my aunt, kind of.
Yeah, I hear you went down there to Australians.
Yeah.
What do they do down there? You know the biggest problem with that is if anything happens, you're so far from home. What are you gonna do? Get on an airplane? Your grandma dies. You're stuck in Australia. What? You get home 2 days later. How many days behind are they?
Yeah, wait, and what are they gonna? They're gonna bury her up in the sky because it's all upside
It's
down.
all upside
around
down
there?
down there. When you flush your poop, does it float?
Does it float? Be
Like
honest.
NASA? Like NASA?
You got NASA coming out of your ass? Oh, I'm bad. I'm bad.
My favorite is like the Midwest jokes that are like that, but they really believe it. Like, no, the spiders are bigger than humans.
Yeah,
You're like, they're not.
No, they're not. They're
Yes,
just,
they are.
They're just like this.
Yes, they are. I saw it on a
I saw it-
documentary.
On National Geographic. They had a whole piece about these spiders. They're always running out of breath. These spiders that are down there.
So my brother does a character called Chicago Dave, which is based off the
Dave.
50-50 raffle guy at the Bulls game.
Oh, love that guy.
And he would always go,
50-50, gotta pay to play. Here you go. Here's your chance.
and it's always about like,
Don't take this the wrong way, pal. I have to go drop the kids off the pool. Don't be careful though.
And then there was one guy at the game for real that there was like a Bulls game. This is like peak Derrick Rose era where he hit a 3 and one guy turned to the guy like next to him that was in front of us and he went,
Gosh, I haven't seen the United Center this hot since Rodman was dating Madonna.
and that's like every time there's a good mood in the room or a good crowd, like we'll look at each other. I'm like,
Wow, really? It feels like Rodman and Madonna are out here tonight.
a little code word to each other.
Rodman and Madonna. Remember that when he was dating her? I always say Chicagoans all know. They all think everybody knows everybody.
Oh, and even
Remember
if you,
Marcus's brother who used to work off of Pulaski?
Was he the one that worked at Menards or was that his cousin?
No, that's his cousin. His cousin
Okay.
worked at Menards. In fact, his sister was the store manager.
they always keep going until they get out of breath.
They got out of breath. It's unbelievable. I don't know why they're like tired. They just got to get it all
Tire
out.
themselves out.
Oh yeah, he was at.
He was,
Remember?
his sister went to Tulane.
Did she go there?
I think she did. She studied
No.
communicators.
Oh yeah,
you know what? Look, her nephew, he was playing the basketball at New Trier.
But when he was young and he played on those New Trier teams, I'll tell you, he had a bad attitude.
Bad attitude. Well, he said he get in the head, fights with the coach.
Yeah.
And coach would have to bench him. He'd be bitching the whole time. And let me tell you something, you don't fight with your coach.
No, especially if you're trying to get the snacks. He's getting none of those little Ritz
You're gonna
crackers
get
and
no
a Capri
snacks.
Sun. Nothing
No
at all
snacks.
when it's over.
Anyway, so I took the kid to Illuminati's last night. They complained the whole time. Pizza takes too long to get there. I said, give it a minute.
It closed in time. Didn't have enough time to make it downtown. Go
Downtown.
to Garrett's. Go to Portillo's. Couldn't even get myself a freaking rack of ribs. Barnelli's is shut. It's just a normal Portillo, so I gotta go back on the Dan Ryan.
Dan Ryan.
Dan Ryan.
It's the greatest cultural accent. From a regional standpoint, there is nothing
America?
stronger. There's nothing
Yeah.
sronger. New York has a funny bit.
Yeah,
Like when
of course.
SNL does New York bits, I'm always like, all right.
I think it's when you hear a real Bronx guy, you're like, oh, you fucking rule.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah.
But no one really characterizes it that well because there's so much like there's like guttural vigor inside of those
Yeah.
New York accents. But Chicago, I don't care who it is, it sounds funny.
Always.
Even the most like, even someone that works at the Mercantile Exchange downtown, but he's still got this accent. That's your dad.
Yeah.
He's still got to have that
Yeah.
like deep Chicago accent.
Yeah.
My dad says Chicago too,
Chicago,
which is
yeah.
weird. Chicago,
We have Chicago.
Chicago or Chicago.
Coffee.
I met a friend of a friend who called it Milfago.
Milfago?
Milfago. He goes, the amount of MILFs we went there, it was unbelievable.
That's-
These East Coast guys were like, we went to Chicago, biggest MILF city in the world. And I thought, that could be true.
Hey, that's my mother you're talking about, all right? You better watch yourself,
Better
pal.
watch your tone.
You better watch your tone. I'll send you... I think, like, this is also just the fun part is, like, I love hearing anyone speak English in any accent.
Me too.
And especially in like, to me, I speak the littlest bit of Norwegian that Viggo has taught me.
Can you give me some?
But it's so stupid. Like, jeg er ikke vampyr, men jeg suger blod.
What is that?
I'm not a vampire, but I suck blood. And so to me, how I am talking in the Norway,
It's
I
a bouncy
sound
accent,
like
yes.
this in the Norwegian. And it's like, yeah, it's just funny if I was speaking like this and someone heard that.
Right.
And with London, the UK, we have great relationship, me and the UK, because they love to make fun of me. I love to make fun of them, but I love them, and I think they love me.
I know they love you.
I love them there. And it's like, I just, every time I hear it, I feel bad because I mimic, I don't know if you do too, but I mimic accents a lot
course.
all the time.
I find myself when I go to France, I go, pardon. Why am I
Yeah.
saying that?
Truly. And then
I
I
don't
bring,
need to do that.
Dude, you know what the worst is? Is when I'm in London too much, I get this little thing a little
Yeah,
bit.
you ride a-
And then
yeah.
I come back here and I'm like a fucking wank job. And I'm saying words, like I said advert the other day instead of advertisement or
Yeah.
ad. And everyone was like, oh, Mr. European. And I'm like, man, fuck you. Yeah, actually, yeah. I've lived
Advert
there.
does sound significantly better.
I know.
But certain things throw me off that I don't know how to get around it when they're the creators of the language. But when they say, when we go like, oh, you went to the hospital, they go, he went to hospital.
Yeah, yeah.
You're like, you're missing
I know.
preposition.
And it sucks because then I've got some of those now. And then my English has only deteriorated over the last like 10 years.
well, because you're playing so much. What is your actual language? Who are you? Push in slowly and add some music. Push in slowly and add some music.
I guess if I had to take one little pick, I guess I'd probably be like one of those like fat heads that you blew up and put on the old convenience stores of like, Dick Butkus or Brian
head.
Urlacher.
Have you ever been in their basement? You see how many autographs his dad got?
See this? See this right here?
Right
this
here.
is Ted Lilly. He threw for the Cubs a few years. Lefty, southpaw, had a hook. Had a hook that everybody could hit.
His brother-in-law, he was a State Farm agent, and he insured. They did our insurance, one of those insurance things. So you know who spoke at those? Tim Raines from the White Sox. Tim the Rock Raines
Tim
did a
Raines.
whole thing for them, and that's how he met
And
them.
don't even get me on that Frank Thomas guy. I started that hair treatment. I saw him on those freaking billboards. I mean, he was as bald as a baby's bottom his
Yes,
whole
he
life.
sure was.
And now
He
he's
sure
now,
was.
now he's got a whole freaking rainforest. I say, put him in Amazon. They'll breed better, you know?
But it's like I can do these forever. This is
It's
always
so much fun.
In here, we pour whiskey.
How are my Shady Rays basically the same quality as a $200 sunglasses I used to buy? I don't know why I had that accent, but I love it. Shady Rays. I want to say it like that. I'm not exaggerating. These feel every bit as premium as the expensive brands that I've owned before. But I ain't stressing about these, baby, okay? No big deal. I take them outside, I give them to a friend, you rock them, all right? Or if I lose them, I leave them somewhere, like in a bar. I've left a couple of sunglasses inside a little watering hole after I had a couple of pops. You drop them in the ocean, you knock them over, you give them to a buddy, you lose them, it's fine. Lost or broken, they send you a new pair with their lost and broken protection. It's incredible. They got 300,000 five-star reviews. Shady Rays is it. No matter what your vibe is, they got it on there. They have a ton of different kinds. If you're outside, you're on the water, in the sun, at a bar, or just chilling at a friend's house and you forgot it over there, get shades that actually perform. You got to do yourself a favor. Go to shadyrays.com. Grab a pair today. That's shadyrays.com. Grab yourself a pair. We've teamed up with Shady Rays to bring an exclusive offer. Head to shadyrays.com and use the code GINGER for 50% off 2 or more pairs of polarized shades. Try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people.
Ginger. I like gingers.
We've been playing, again, shout out to my other friend Kyle Legacy. Me, my brother, and Vigo have been hanging out a lot lately, and we were just playing some bullshit video game, and we were doing it as our friend Kyle. He's a fucking guy from Liverpool. He's a fucking scouser. He's like, oh, I'll put in the fucking net. I'm right here. Here we go. And just like doing this all day long. And it just do him. And then eventually yesterday, I feel like I hit a point of mania where I was like, guys, I need to like step outside for a second. I've jumbled my brain so far that
You think you might be that?
For sure.
You're like, am I masquerading as who I used to be?
For sure.
Or am I still this?
Even
other
in
thing?
the UK, I'm always like, oh, bruv, how are we?
Bruv, you're
Oh,
all right,
okay, go on, lads, here we are.
Go on, lads.
All
right, mate.
Oh, yeah.
I do love all right. All right,
Yeah.
mate.
All right, mate.
All right is the greatest phrase.
All right.
All right then, mate. You're right. All right is such a
Yeah.
beautiful way of saying hello.
Yeah, I know.
Because we do the bullshit. What do we say all
Hello,
the time?
how are you?
How are you?
Yeah, shut up. I
And then
don't
this
care.
thing, this whole like, thank you for asking.
Yeah.
Which is also we don't mean either side of that.
Not at all. I want to get in there and be like, what up, bitch? Like, that's all I want to say.
That's what we really want to
That's
say.
it all the time.
Which
I'm
is
like,
what all right, mate is almost like
mate.
saying, get fucked, nerd.
oh,
What's going on?
Yeah, you see every free. I was like, oh, and go on, geese.
Go on, geezer.
He's a well proper cunt, isn't
You
he?
fucking fat old cunt.
I love that shit. And then I get, but like we say with our crew, because we lived like strategically nomadic, which is like the nice way of saying homeless for a while. But,
Without home.
Yeah, we were without home. We were without roof. But that, I think that's actually unfair to people who don't, because we were being led into places, and if worst case
You
scenario,
just moved seamlessly through time. You were just living as an artist.
I was kind of just skirting through the world.
Where is your permanent residence then? Technically.
Is the government gonna listen to this? Or?
No.
Okay, yeah. Some random S corp in Delaware.
Good.
No.
Smart.
Yeah, no.
I've been living in Montana for quite a while.
I'm visiting Los Angeles, actually. I don't live here, though. That's why my car's not registered here, allegedly. I've said too much. I know a lawyer.
My cousin's an attorney.
My cousin's an attorney. Now, he doesn't practice no more, but he knows a lot of good people coming up.
Francis Geraci. Do you remember that? Francis
of course I remember.
Geraci.
Lawyer, attorney Francis Geraci. That one, there was, Menards was like always a classic.
Say big money at Menards.
Today.
So good. Why was the today so necessary?
We also, every time I do the Chicago shows, we use that as a hotkey. And I'll bring up Menards, and then nobody will do it. I'm like, I'm sorry, is no one from this fucking city? Like, I'll do some
People
stuff.
don't catch that?
Some of them don't. I think there's more transplants there than
hurtful.
there aren't anymore.
How about this one? This might be before your time, though. Oh no, what was that? It must be Eagle Man. I've got something for you.
I do remember Eagle
And a big
Man.
bird would shit a
Yep.
fucking, he would shit
Yep.
an egg on their car, and she goes, oh wow, look at those low rates. That's one of my favorite. It must be Eagle Man.
Oh, yeah.
Or that old car's worth money. He pulls the car door off of Victory Auto Wreckers. That was our Chicago-style softball team when I started. I was in a 16-inch no glove here in L.A., and we started... everyone had team names. There was like the Red Line or like the Dicka Dogs or whatever.
That's
And we were
awesome.
Victory Auto Wreckers, one of the greatest auto body shops. Oh my God.
Dude,
Sorry.
Francis Geraci is...
Francis Geraci.
Peter Francis Geraci. That is like fully opening a little crack in my brain. Like now I'm thinking of like Poolorama on 41 North. Like I'm like, well, yeah, you got to get your playset from there if you're gonna get one.
If you're going to get one, you got to get it from up there.
You got to go to Poolorama. They just do it better up there. The wood is stained real nice.
But like this is also all we do
Bringing me back
all
yeah.
day long.
Well,
is
that
just
you have
fucking
because
around.
then it influences other stuff. Like, is that kind of started? Was that the beginning of Jack? Like, did Jack birth from this kind of goofing thing, goofing into something?
So yeah, we've been talking and I think I feel confident that I've been talking and goofing in a way that has led to this maybe for about 10 years.
With friends.
With friends. With specifically, like, I was always a prankster and a jokester, and I loved it. I wasn't funny at all, but, like, I like, loved it. And then at clown school, I was funny twice in the 2 years, once by accident, once kind of on
That's
purpose.
not true.
Trust me, ask anybody that I went to school with. I was well liked, and I was enthusiastic.
You just didn't find it there.
I was also 20. You know, I was 20 to 22
Yeah, you were
when I went. I was a baby.
really young.
And then Philippe would always say to me, like, you'll get it. Like, it'll come in 10 years. It'll come in 10 years.
He was right, huh?
And he was right.
God, he was right.
Here I am now. $20,000, no savings, no debt, a car that doesn't work, and an apartment that it looks more like a trap house than it does a home. But in a way, the trap house is my home.
You sound like Gucci Man over there. You're Radrick
Who's
Davis.
that, Young Thug?
Yeah, Young Thug. I like that guy.
Who'd you go see at Coachella?
Young Thug, is he allowed to do that after his RICO case?
Is that thunder? Or is that a bomb?
I don't know.
That was creepily loud.
Probably
It's
a
still
truck-
happening,
probably a
right?
truck.
So it sounded like an accident.
Yeah.
For people at home, we just heard a wild noise
Yeah.
outside.
It sounded like really loud thunder.
No, but it was not. That's definitely not thunder. That had to have been something broke, bang, crash, big boom. This kind of happened, by the way. You're going to be on the internet trying to look for what it might have been, as if it could go up within seconds of it happening.
I feel like maybe.
Well, I just looked at I'm looking at the weather.
Well, we were going. It's not raining, is it?
No.
We were going. I was just back in Chicago, and we were driving, and of course, like, genuinely, right off 55 was like a massive fire, massive. And my mom's like, check to see online what the fire is. I'm like, it's happening right now. Like, I don't know who's on Twitter, like, also fighting the fire on Twitter, being like, check this out,
Check this
dude.
out, guys.
Fucking sick. But that is the new world.
But people do that.
Like that guy in Ontario that lit the warehouse on fire.
Yeah. Or even
that
like,
was insane. He filmed it.
dude, well, what about also the people was it in Switzerland on New Year's? They had like the ski loft that like lit fire because there was like a bottle service that lit a whole thing and then people were trapped. And
Oh my God.
Like 50 people died, maybe even more. And
A
there's
bottle
people-
service person did it?
It was like someone getting it and they like held it up. They held up like a sparkler too high. You know what I'm talking about, right?
41 people died.
41 people.
100
What?
115 non-fatal injuries.
Yeah, and
Oh
it was
my
like it was like a
God.
resort, and then there was people just on the other side of the glass filming, being like, "Yo, what the fuck?" and like not telling anyone. And I'm like, "Dude, smash a goddamn window!" Like, what?
There it is again. That's thunder? My
I
mind
don't
is
think
blown.
it's thunder.
Is
It's
someone
not-
moving
it's not
something
raining.
upstairs?
No. This is like a post house upstairs.
Oh my gosh.
Stick my head outside.
No, it's kind of fun.
Yeah, I kind of like not. Imagine we're just being bombed right now.
Yeah.
War.
More like, anyway, so more Chicago accents.
Chicago, Tucker, all this stuff. Yeah, yeah.
Wow, it reminds me of D-Day.
Yeah, kind of a little bit, sort of. Stir up the boats.
We're sailing from Lake Michigan all the way to the Pacific.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your favorite Great Lake?
Well, I mean, Michigan is an easy one to say. I mean,
Yeah.
Superior is going to be the one that people talk about the most.
Because of the name.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
but
Why?
but
Because it's the best.
no, it's literally not. Michigan is the best, and you know that. This kid's from Minnesota, so he thinks he's got any sort of
course.
reverence. By the way, you're lucky you're in the Midwest. You're too far west for us to even consider you the Midwest.
And too far north to barely not even be Canadian.
yeah, so honestly, you're not really one of us, but we'll let you have
Yeah,
it.
hey, fuck you, man. Go
We
check
let-
out what that is
We let
outside.
him have it. We let him have it the way we let Ohio have it, where we're like, yeah, okay, because
Yeah.
you're not the East Coast.
No.
Although you are on the Eastern time zone.
Why?
That's my biggest
That's
annoyance
so
about them.
weird.
Half of it's in Eastern time zone, and you're like, well, this doesn't make sense.
At all.
So you're not one
Just
of us. then.
choose.
Yeah,
Just make a pick.
Pick. Well, here's the problem. We won't draft them.
No.
So
And
we have
neither
to
will the
kind of hold
East.
on to them. Yeah.
Yeah. We don't want to lose them for numbers, but it's like I don't want Ohio. But
We don't
I'm
need
like,
it.
But like you can't take it from me.
Indiana's an old friend, and Missouri is a buddy, and Iowa, of course, is
Iowa's
where
our-
everyone goes to college. That's from
Yeah.
Chicago.
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
Hawkeyes.
Go Hawkeyes. Yeah,
And
be fun out there.
Wisconsin is the greatest secret in the Midwest. I will say that it's the greatest kept secret in the Midwest.
Do you know where a lot of my childhood memories took place?
At the Lake Delavan? I'm sorry, at the Dells.
Yes.
Yeah, at the Dells.
The Wisconsin Dells. Yeah, boy.
Wisconsin Dells.
Yeah.
Kalahari.
Kalahari. Kalahari. They got the freaking water slide that shoots you up.
Oh, it's crazy how fast. You know how fast you can go on it? They'll make up numbers, but everyone will buy it. They go, I heard that thing goes 88 and a half miles
Yeah.
an hour. They'll go, 88. Holy shit.
That's 20. That's 20 more than a freaking highway.
That's fast.
Wait, also, what's up? Okay, what's up with our 55 mile an hour speed limit highways?
Do Tucker Carlson's version of that real quick.
What does he do again? He's like,
He says, what the phrase he says is,
he just
What's
kinda
going
looks-
on here?
What's going on here? In California, liberal zone, you can go 65, but you can kind of almost unpolicedly go 85. But in the Midwest, get this, in the Midwest, it's 55.
Cops all over, ready to get you. 'Cause it's a family zone. Anyways, I'm here with Kim Jong-un.
Yeah, you are correct though. The speed limit in Southern California is as fast as you can go.
As fast as you can go, as long as no one sees you.
As long as nobody gets you. And by the way, I've had CHP pass me before on the freeway, and I'm definitely speeding.
And they're going-
they fly past me because they've got other shit to worry about.
Always.
But in the Midwest, you're
Always.
right. Yeah, 55, a law we can live with. My dad says that all the time.
A law we
55, it's a law we can live
Is
with.
that not, in a nutshell, the most, like, that is Chicago,
That's
Midwest
Chicago.
spirit?
Yeah.
It's the law we could live with. Don't need the pressure.
And honestly, how fast do you need to get there? Because I read an article in the Trib. They said if you go 10 miles an hour over the speed limit, you only save yourself about a minute and a half.
And on top of that, as well, I hear you go too fast, your brain, your neurons don't fire
You're
so
not firing normal, so
No,
you're
'cause-
going to miss stuff that's happening around you. Somebody's merging.
And God forbid they don't put on a freaking blinker.
What are not blinking? This guy, how is he driving like a dope?
And it's also, well, this is the
That's
difference.
my dad. Dope.
Dope is a good.
He's driving like a dope.
That's this. You are unlocking every dad that I grew up with in such a wonderful way. Because my dad's from New York. I almost said the New York.
He's from the New York.
I almost reverse Europeaned him.
Yeah, he's from the
He's
New
from
York.
Hospital, New York.
Hospital, New York.
Yeah. So he's a New York guy who's been in Chicagoland area now for
Most of his life.
I think now it's about half and half.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe a little
Does
over
he
half.
have a New York accent?
No, he kind of is like dead neutral.
Yeah.
He's like dead neutral American. He used to have more of a New York accent. He doesn't ever get Chicago, but I think when he's around New York people more, it
pops out.
pops out.
That happens when I go back to Chicago. It
Yeah.
naturally starts to come out. Certain words.
Yeah.
I think I'm pretty good. I'm pretty broadcast English at this point, but I do have certain words that will pop out that I hear myself say.
Like
that I'm
catch a potato farm.
Potatoes, potato. Or if I say like back, I will say A's
Back,
sometimes more so than
Egg?
not. Yeah, back.
Or others an egg. I'm gonna have an egg
Oh,
sandwich
egg,
from
yeah.
Sarkis.
Oh, egg
sandwich.
Yeah, no, I think you'll find it in stuff even more. But the accent does something to my youth because it's the 55 a law we can live with sounds like everything Chicago really is.
Everything.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry, it's gonna be okay.
It's gonna be
What
okay.
happened? But Chicago used to be like, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm a little biased. I don't mean at all to shit on the city. I think, when I left, that part of my life was over.
Yeah.
So I don't love to go back. I love to see my family, and I like to see my mom and dad. And they're not together anymore, but I like
course
to go.
not.
Of course. And so that's part of it. Probably I don't want to go there for those reasons. But on top of that, like, I don't know. I'd rather go to Paris or London or New York.
Going home doesn't do the same thing to you.
No, but I imagine if I wasn't from Chicago and I went to visit, I would think it fucking rocked.
Yeah, I agree. But Chicago rules, but it is different now than what I felt like it. Everything is different now than it was, and that's such a cliche, nonsensical thing because of COVID. It did that to everywhere, but some cities managed to bounce back in a way that New York is the same.
Better than ever.
Yeah, it feels better than ever.
Better
It
than
stinks. It bums me out.
I was just there last week and I was like, God, it fucking rules
They're
here.
back. Yeah, New York is back.
And they
Chicago
know it.
changed. It's different. I mean, and I don't live there anymore, so I don't know. But every time I go back, it doesn't feel like it
No,
used to.
it doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like the place that was like the birthplace of like gritty, fun jazz music or blues or even any good hip hop. I'm like, I can't name a good Chicago rapper that's come out in the last 10.
I know I'm not
10
really
years.
in tune with enough of it. He might know better than I do, but I think
Because I'm like, who was we hung our hats on Chance and then I loved my wife his way out of his own career.
Saba's pretty good.
Yeah.
Saba, but he also was dropping. Over
But then
10
we had
years
this
ago.
big. Then,
Yeah.
then we had this big influx of rappers flying in the danger zone who end up getting murdered or going
Yeah.
away or.
I guess you had Dirk and like
yeah, it's
those
like all,
guys. Yeah,
but
and
there's
King
such a
Von.
dangerous point in Chicago
it
rap where you're
sucks,
like,
dude.
this is all murder based. This is
Yeah.
bad. This is like not a good.
No.
I don't know. It's almost like the glorification of gangster rap from when I was a kid. It was so incredible because it was an answer to a time. That's
Yeah.
what it was. But it only got very real when they actually started dying.
Yeah.
But in Chicago, rappers were like going into it ready to die.
Ready to die.
It wasn't like it wasn't a great story arc. It was like we will shoot and kill. And
That's why I feel, to me, I mean, I listen to a lot of music, but I listen definitely most to hip hop,
Me
R&B,
too.
and rap. And like,
Yeah.
to me, it is the music of the people. It is the music of the streets. And I think some people obviously are like, the way that online you can have some creators that are making absolute dog shit and some that are making amazing stuff. And it's just how you look at it. You can't generalize all of it. But I think a lot of them, it was like, this was just their way to express the way that they're living. And there was others that were like, oh no, I'm still fucking around and I'm still gonna keep doing this. And it's like, or the people like the Tekashi 6ix9ines who are like trying to do this and you're just actually making everyone's lives worse. And you're like, man, get the fuck out of here. Like
that is an incredible a performative. It's
crazy.
It's kind of a case study for success in the entertainment industry that you're
In
like
this era.
you can kind of manufacture everything.
he
and
also, just as a Latino guy, just says the N-word all the time.
time.
And everyone's like, okay, I guess he
Okay,
does. And you're like,
But he's kind of like self-admittedly manufactured, right? He he admits that like he wasn't involved in that stuff, didn't want to be, it was all fake, and they still kind of.
but then still talks. He's like, oh, I got shooters, I got bangers, all
It's
this shit. And he gets his
wild.
ass kicked all the time. And then
But it
sues
still
people.
works because
Yeah.
obviously somebody's buying it. It's happening,
But I'm like,
right?
I think there's no way he's got like, I don't know anyone who's like, let me throw in that Tekashi.
Yeah, but that's because of who you surround yourself with. I guarantee you, people are.
Well, I'm hanging out with a lot of like furries and.
I do. We did on. Well, I feel like I shouldn't talk about it on the Bad Game Show. I don't want to give anything away. I want to give anything away, but I should say that you make a wonderful guest appearance on the Bad Game Show. I don't want to give anything away because
I have the time of my life.
yeah, it's
time of my life.
so annoying because I want to talk about it. But for the fans out there,
it was fun because I feel like that was the first time we ever met in person.
yeah.
But we had been
only
chatting a
been
bit.
crushing each other online.
I was loving it.
Yeah,
and
me
then
too.
and
It was
then
cute.
I didn't tell Bobby this, but I had met Bobby. He would never remember. 15 years ago, I used to intern at UCB. And
you did?
he came through and was like doing a stand-up set, and I was like, this is so cool. Like, oh my God, it's Bobby. And then when I felt like he was on board with me being there, but I felt it wasn't until the bit where I was like, okay, he loves me now. I'm in.
With Bobby,
I won him over.
You have to prove your love.
Yeah.
And by the way, and he is extremely he loves heavy if you prove your way in.
Yeah.
He's not as open and accepting right away. He's very skeptical of people, but not
Which
in a
I
negative
understand.
way.
People want shit from him all the
They
time.
do,
So
very
I get
often.
it. And I'm like, hey, man, I'm not trying to get anything. Even with us, like I sent you a message to even do these with you where I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, I feel like we would really get along. I think
dude.
it'd be a lot of fun. It's okay if it doesn't happen. And I feel like with Bobby, I'm like, yo, man, I'm not trying to get anything from you. I just feel like we're going to fuck around really hard together and
He
we're
had
going to make
so
each other
much
laugh.
fun with you guys.
I was dying, dude.
I had tears in my eyes. I unfortunately couldn't even get through the bit. It was really hard. Sometimes, sometimes I'm so like overly conscious of not breaking, right? We try really hard to just not break in a lot of different ways. But sometimes it's so hard to not break and you think, I guess I should just break and then keep it that way.
Yeah.
Because I can't dance on both sides. So once I cracked, it was over. I had to let it go. I couldn't. I was like, I'm never gonna be able to go backwards. You can't.
No, and to me, I'm also like, I don't know. There's a difference between laughing at your own jokes and somebody making you make you
It
laugh.
was killing me, dude.
And that to me, I love on Stamptown when people are cracking me the fuck up. Like, yeah, it's my dream. I'm surrounded with all of my friends who I think are the funniest people in
Having
the world,
fun.
having a blast. What else do you want? Like
when you when you have a great rhythm with I don't know even know how to say it. He who does sound for you.
yeah.
You know,
We
your art
joke,
director. What is it? Who?
we was the sound guy, but it's so much more than that.
I know,
we
it's
always
hard.
joke saying button man.
Button man.
Because it sounds so like so
Mort
dismissive.
Buttonman.
Yeah. Mort
Mort
Buttonman.
Buttonman, yeah.
We were thinking, okay, what about this new character name, by the way, last night we decided the name's Delicious, never malicious.
Ooh.
The name, yeah, Delicious, never malicious. I don't know how we got to him yesterday, but I think I know. It's gonna be in our show later.
Don't give it away then.
Okay.
I like finding the new characters. We talked like when I tested for SNL and I came up with a terrible character that almost all of my friends said don't and put into the tape, but I did it anyway because it was the most fun to do. Sometimes it's not the funniest, but I did. Kid, I like this lisp here, this side one.
So good.
It's one of my favorite.
So
this
much
one.
fun.
So his name was Salami Sandwich, and I'm a sushi chef to the stars. He's a sushi chef to the stars.
Of course, please.
And it's
I'm very fluent in speaking like this. You know, I
so
understand
dumb.
that.
And then I wrote this entire script of every piece of sushi he cut up had an S in it somewhere.
Yeah.
So it just layered through the whole bit.
But
a ton of S's.
that just shows your skill.
But you know what they said when I went out to fucking New York when I went to test? They emailed, they were like, no need to do the sushi chef bit. And I was like, it's my favorite, it's the most fun one, but I didn't do it.
No.
Because they were like, I don't think this is, on that show, they're always like, and we're not going to talk about it. I'm just saying.
We talked about this.
We
We
did.
both have tested and we both have similar experiences.
Yes, and they say you have to bring something that could most likely end up on the show. Obviously that's their business model. They want you to bring stuff that could get on the show.
It's so funny because I brought them, like, truthfully, I did some of the funniest sets I've ever done in my life in those showcases, and I'd say 0 of it could live on the show.
Right. That's the problem.
Undeniably, it was hilarious.
funny.
Dude, I can't believe I told you I threw in a last-minute character. I got the call from God because I was doing well.
Yeah.
And I was feeling good, and I was like, fuck it, let's... Like, all these were meticulously planned. I knew what I was doing.
You practiced them.
I practiced them, and then I was like, let me throw in a wild card of one I've never done in a set. I've only ever filmed in a video with my comedy partners.
Insanely funny.
And then, did this
While you're on
driving.
stage at 8H. Yeah,
Exactly.
testing.
Lauren's there, and I'm like, here we go. And then I could just I told you, as soon as I did that, I felt the vibe change. As, everyone loves Kieran Culkin at a birthday party, and everyone loves Eminem forgetting about Dre, 2 things I never want to do. But God forbid I do Dennis Cleasby driving instructor.
You got your hands out of the car like a clock, like a 10 to the 2. Look at this. It's like I'm driving my wrist. Whoa. Whoa. Sorry, there's a bug in my throat.
And I was just doing like over and over and over.
It was stuck in my pizza.
And I just kept doing this, and it wasn't funny at all.
Yes, it is.
But and then I wish I could have zoomed out in that context and been like, guys, you might not be laughing at this, but like, isn't that so funny?
It
that
is
This
so
is what's
funny.
happening right now.
It's almost like it calls for you to go. You stop for a second and goes, guys, I'm just kidding around.
Yeah, I'm just having some fun.
You just tell them, guys, I'm just joshing up here.
Well, that's the beauty about Tucker is I think I really like my really good friend Tom, who I've just I've mentioned a few times. Tom said that Tucker was the perfect case for me, that it frames all of my sicknesses as superpowers.
Yes.
Yeah. And
like your illiteracy and your like
my racism, my
Right.
sexism,
Right.
that's really a bit homophobia. No, I like to show that off as well.
Tucker's quite classist.
Tucker's very classist.
Yeah.
He couldn't finish first grade. He hates his classes. He hates that stuff.
Home run, dude.
Oh my god, yeah,
it's such a great character, and honestly,
it's so fun, man.
I love watching you. And also, this you taped the special. You premiered the special a week ago.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. About
like
5 days ago. Yeah.
Oh
Jesus.
my god. When are we airing?
Hopefully in the next week. I think we're aiming for a 420 release to go epic weed day, so everyone can smoke some weed and watch their favorite little
Smoke
comedian.
some weed. Watch your favorite.
Smoking weed all the time and day.
all the time of the day. Where? So you don't know when it's gonna premiere.
Not entirely. We're like going through the final mixes right now. We've just
Okay.
had because we're like prepping for this Netflix special.
Yeah.
And hopefully that one is awesome. And the idea,
it's gonna be awesome, dude.
Oh man,
gonna be
there's stuff after we did your guys' show the other week. Me and Corey were like, we gotta come up with something with the two of you guys, because again, you would both be so good on the
Say
show.
less, dude. You make the call and I'll come do it. Whatever it is. I want to play. I want to play.
So I'm thinking of a character for you called Black Andrew.
You think I haven't done that? I go to 8H. I'm like, hi, Lauren Michaels. My name's Andrew Santino. First up, Black Andrew. I turn around and just rubbing charcoal on my face. No, he's doing it.
We want to do.
And Colin Jost would be like, yes,
Here it is. You see that, Che?
You make the call, we'll come by.
I gotta say, I love the two of theirs chemistry. I don't know if we need to talk about SNL on this podcast.
No, but they're great.
I do love the two of them.
No, what do you mean? It's one of the best.
That's again. It's just you find your buddy that you just fuck around with, and they love that's the thing. They love to put each other in the shit, and
Yes.
they both know it's safe to do that because it's like, of course. I think when people on the internet project this like nastiness, and then this. They put the nastiness onto you, which makes you feel like you can't take risks to try stuff. It's like people go, oh, because you want to be an edgelord. And it's like, no, dude, I'm not trying to cause any pain to anybody.
No.
I'm just trying to say something fucked and funny.
Yeah.
And now if I can't do that, then everything becomes distilled and sucks. And then the only thing we watch is like, here's like the 5 different types of water bottles. If you're a plastic water bottle, you're a dork. If you're you're a geek. And then it's
Here's
like
what your
100
water
million
bottle
views.
says about you.
Ugh, I hate those people. I'm like, literally, die. We don't need that. It's making us stupid and crazy, man.
Yeah.
Like it's awful.
It's true.
I hate it.
We need to be able to play.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the special. Oh my God, for the taping. Whatever you want me to do, do
Please.
it. Is there anything you want to plug before we disappear into the
Oh
night?
my God, I can't believe this is over already. I'm having
I
so
know,
much
I'm having
fun.
so much fun.
Yeah, there's a nice little mom and pop shop down in Evanston. You guys will love it, called Buffalo Joe's.
No, I guess the Jack Tucker special. Once that's out, it's going to be on YouTube. It's going to be probably the most expensive YouTube special that's existed that cannot monetize.
I cannot. Hold on. I cannot push this enough. That I think it's one of the most groundbreakingly funny, honest, wild characters where you can disappear as an audience member and not feel self-conscious about like enjoying the party. I'm saying that to the audience. I'm not going to compliment you because I know you get all blushy and shy when I do stuff like that. But it's really fun, and I really, really highly encourage people to go watch it because I do think it's not like other stuff you've seen. You see a lot of other stuff. There's a lot of stuff out there. There's a lot of comedy out there, especially today. Every fucking Netflix special that comes out, great. There's a lot of funny stuff. But this is remarkably unique, and so I'm just anyway. Keep going.
Yeah. Well, I feel a lot of times, and I try. Maybe this is good to put it on camera, so I remember this. Is like I try to never get bitter. I try to only ever use that like fuel to not like get caught in a rut, but to like fling out of there and just stay inspired and hungry. But I feel like we're still. Me and Vigo talked about this last night. I think our strength as performers is to be able to meet the moment, and we can meet the moment and take people wherever they need to go, and we will do anything for as long as they want to watch it. And I feel like with a lot of the art that we've made throughout our careers, it's not ahead of the time in a hubris, self-sucking your own cock way, but it's like they are not there yet, but we made something that I feel is good enough to get the full treatment.
Yeah.
And that's what I feel with Tucker. I believe it. Like, I trust me, I'm the first person to hate everything that I make.
Yeah, you should.
And I do.
Yeah,
and I
it's
still
healthy.
feel that.
Yeah, me too.
And that's the only reason, and I think that's what makes me a good producer and a good performer. And, you know, I don't ever want that hunger to die. And I'm also like, yes, I'm thrilled that this will ultimately be put on YouTube and everyone will be able to see it. And I'm also bummed that I'm like, damn, y'all, like, look at all these other people getting so much money and so many opportunities to make absolute bullshit. But ultimately, I'm like, stay with it. Like, keep your head down, eyes on your own paper. Like, keep dreaming and do this. And like, you know, but yeah, it sucks to feel pathetic sometimes. But then I'm like, well, I'm a clown. This is what I have to do.
And what matters more than anything is that you're getting to create your own world, having a good time. It's what we did with Bad Game Show. Is truly like every night we went home and we were all like, I guess we got to make that, you know, like we got to make this fun party thing. No one's really making money on that show. We lost a pretty good amount of money making it, but I was like, at least we're having a really fun time, and nobody told us you can't. No, nobody went, guys. No one's coming up to you being like, hey man, I don't think Jack can say that. You're like, no, he can. That's the world we're making. It's all fake. It's all fantasy town. Yeah. So let's live in fantasy town forever.
I would love that. That's my dream.
Do me one favor before you go. Say one word or one phrase into that camera right there. One word or a phrase. It used to be a word, and then some people want to leave a phrase of wisdom, or you could just leave it something simple. It's up to you. Whenever you're ready.
I'll leave y'all with my favorite quote from Radrick Davis, the aforementioned Gucci Mane. If you don't got no sauce, you lost. But you could also get lost in the sauce.
In here, we pour whisk, 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 whisk.
You were that creature in the ginger beard.
Sturdy and ginger.
Like vampires, the ginger gene is a curse.
Gingers are beautiful.
You owe me $5 for the whiskey and $75 for the horse.
Gingers? Oh, hell no.
This whiskey is excellent.
Ginger. I like gingers.